With this body extensions project, I wanted to explore movement beyond its literal meaning. In order to do that, I focused on my background in karate and I created an extension that would show the force and dynamic movement beyond the actual literal movement. So when you do a kata, usually you freeze. It's a series of sort of snapshots as you go through it so you can practice the movement and the stretch of the body. I created an extension out of fabric. The materials are tulle and flannel, which is fun because in my brain, those are things associated with people who do a lot of movement. For example, you associate flannel with lumberjacks and tulle with dancers or ballerinas. And it's cool because the way that those materials move are very different, even when they're put together. So the flannel will sort of fly forward and the tulle follows, like slowly meandering after you. They are hot and cool colors. I am right-handed, and that is my power side, so I decided to use the gradient of the warm side on my right side, and the left side is my cool side. It isn't as strong, and it's used a lot more for blocking than my hot side is, my power side is. In order to do this, we created an experimental kata. I relied on the help of my karate teacher because I always believe that you should ask for help, especially from people who know more than you. And we created an experimental kata. It's actually a combination of 3 different kata, and we tried to find some of the dynamic movements, combine them with some of the more flowing movements so you can see the different ways they work. If you notice, the materials will actually get tangled up as you go through it. Part of that is just the nature of the material, but most of that is my ability. I will actually tangle myself up in it because I've made a mistake or I have not done the form correctly, and that was really interesting to find out as I went through this. Um, Again, I wanted to focus on the way that the strikes and the force would go through another person if you were attacking or blocking someone, and to see the difference between strikes and blocks and the way that those movements are actually flowing in nature and not just the way that they go in the kata.